Hello everyone! So it was Tom's birthday on the 30th of August and his main present from me is a surprise weekend away, and we are off to Launceston. My mum also paid towards this and yeah, I'm really excited. He's very excited. I love Cornwall, so it's going to be beautiful where we're staying, and there's a castle behind and there's a walk, so that'll be really good. So there'll be lots of drinking as usual. What's new really for us, eating and exploring, and yeah, having a really good time. See you soon.
This was actually a surprise trip. I never actually knew anything about this trip. This was planned by my wonderful Katie. She's going to be coming with us, and well, she planned it all. So I have actually no idea as to what we're going to be doing in Launceston, but all I know is that I'm the driver and we're going to Launceston. So let's go check it out. Let's go see what it's like. As I said, it's been a while, so looking forward to it. Successfully arrived at the Eagle House Hotel in Launceston. We arrived last night. We had a couple of drinks in the bar. Unfortunately, the bar was a little bit disappointing. So firstly, it was quite pricey. So I had a pint of Orchard Thieves cider, £4.20, bit steep. The other thing that was slightly, not great was Katie doesn't half like her flavoured gin, and they actually make their own flavoured gin here. They have a raspberry and berries flavoured gin, and Katie had that, and it actually wasn't that good. It was a little bit horrible, so that was a bit disappointing. The hotel itself, though, is actually really rather nice. It's quite rustic. It's quite nice. It's just very aesthetically pleasing. It's beautiful. There's a lot to see. There's also a cracking view out the window. Speaking of cracking views, hello. So today we're going to check out a wildlife park. We're going to go for a short drive to a wildlife park, and then we're probably going to have a look at Launceston Castle, which is right around the corner from the hotel that we're staying at, so that's probably going to be well worth visiting. It's quite a sunny day as well, so looking forward to going out. We probably won't go to the bar again though, as I said, a bit pricey, so we're probably going to have a little look around and find some local pubs and try some local brews, because that is why you travel. Currently exploring at the Tamar Otter and Wildlife Centre. It's absolutely fantastic. Quite a lot of the animals are just free to roam. Yeah, there's a peacock actually just, casually walking past us. Yeah, there's lots of animals, so it is otter and wildlife, so there are otters, but there's also peacocks, there's eagles, there's lots of different birds. Absolutely fantastic place. It was £9.50 each for adults. Absolutely well worth it. It's quite a place. Continuing our walk around the woodlands of the Otter and Wildlife Centre. We've got some food, so we're hoping to find some deer. We're currently at this really interesting rock pool, or it's quarry pool rather. Really weird. And then you got a massive cliff face. It's quite epic. Yeah, there's things like kangaroo and things around here as well. We haven't been lucky enough to feed any yet, but hopefully.
The dog is here!
Cornwall is complete without a traditional Cornish pasty. Cheese and onion for Katie. Traditional steak for me. Can't complain. You don't own me. Gone for a short walk down into Launceston. We've walked away from the town centre a little bit, and we are now down by the riverfront. Hello. We're now down by the riverfront, which is actually rather cute. Spent several hours in the Westgate Inn after a nice dinner, and in all honesty, we are pretty drunk. It's a really good venue. They got 80s music, they got really good food, really good beer. Jail Ale is a local brew from Dartmoor. It's pretty damn good. They sell it in here, it's about £4 a pint, which is a bit steep, but the atmosphere is really good, the food's really good. There's absolutely worth it. So the Westgate Inn in Launceston, absolutely recommend. And yeah, just a friendly atmosphere, and it's well worth going to. It's a local community pub as well, so there's lots of like local people. Everybody seems to know everybody. Can't argue. Really decent beer. It's a bit steep, but then the food's good and the entertainment's good. They got 80s music. Can't argue. So absolutely recommend coming here. Just come out the pub, and we're now taking a walk through the gardens of Launceston Castle. We're actually going to visit the castle shortly, but we're actually just walking through the gardens at the moment because you can walk directly from the hotel to the pub through these gardens, which is kind of nice. So yeah, if you fancy a night out, stay at the Eagle House Hotel and then head down to the Westgate. It's just a straight walk through the gardens. It's not very far at all. So yeah, the gardens are beautiful, by the way. So there's lots of greenery. There's also a really fantastic view over Launceston over that way, which is the same view that we can see from our hotel room. So we're quite lucky that we can actually see that view. But if you don't have a room that allows you to see that view, come into these gardens and you can go and see that view over there. We're just going to go and change. We're going to go out for dinner tonight, but there's certainly going to be a bit more drinking. But also, we're going to go and visit the castle. We've got some tickets to go into the castle. What good is a toilet seat that doesn't stay up? The challenge that is Launceston Castle in a rainstorm. Challenge accepted. Currently touring Launceston Castle. We've just climbed the steps and we're just having a little look around the bottom of the keep at the moment. Views are incredible. It was £6.50 each to get in. We made a small donation to English Heritage as well. But yeah, £6.50 to get in, and it's quite interesting actually. It's a Norman castle. It was built after William the Conqueror invaded, and there's quite a lot of history surrounding obviously the Duchy of Cornwall, and you know it was sort of passed between Crown land and then an Earl and stuff like that. But yeah, very, very interesting. Definitely recommended. The views are spectacular. So we've reached the top. We are at the keep. I'm holding the camera at a slightly odd angle. There is an almighty drop right next to me. It is horrific. The other thing is the castle is actually on a slight inclination, so it leans slightly to, I think it's the south, might be the north, I can't remember. But it leans slightly to one side, and at the top here, at the top of the keep, you can see that lean, and it's a little bit freaky actually, I'm not going to lie. The views up here though are magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. So I'm a little bit freakish with this drop here, but you can, ooh, and it goes all the way down. Oh my god, no, that's too much. Yeah, right. So yeah, I think Katie's had enough. It's a little bit weird, I'm not going to lie. If you're a little bit afraid of heights, just brace yourselves. But otherwise,
mums could never do this.
No, they couldn't. It is absolutely worth it though. What a view, fantastic. British weather at its finest. This side of the town, it's not raining. On that side of the town, it is raining. Weird. So, our trip to Launceston has come to an end. We are now back home. We had a fantastic time.
Yes, we did. It's absolutely stunning. Really beautiful place.
Absolutely beautiful place. We will definitely return. So, the hotel, I think we're going to give it a 9. The only sticking point that stopped us from giving it a 10 was the bar. Katie will explain.
Whatever you do not try their homemade gin. It was one of the worst, disgusting, vile drinks I've ever tasted. And I'm a gin lover, and I hate normal gin, but flavoured gin. But seriously,
there you go. You heard it from the gin expert.
Oh.
Top travel tip from Katie and yours truly. When you're travelling to the Eagle House Hotel, make sure you remember the security code to get back into the building, for you don't want to end up like us, locked out when the pub shuts.
You probably should take a photo of it because it's like a huge block.
Yeah.
And you just don't want to carry that around with you. Too much weight.
Definitely. So remember the key code. So the hotel, definitely a 9 out of 10. Launceston, we're going to give it a 9 as well. If you're after hustle and bustle and lots of things to do, probably not for you. But if you're after a getaway and something nice and quiet and a little, quite close to nature, quite close to the countryside. Definitely a place to go. So thank you, Katie, for my wonderful weekend away.
You are very welcome. It was all a big surprise.
Yes, it was. And it was a good surprise, and it worked out a treat. It was a great trip. I really enjoyed it. So yes, Launceston is definitely a recommended destination by us. If you would like any more information about any of the places that we've been to that I have covered, that we have covered in this video, then do check our TripAdvisor. I'll drop a link in the description below. Otherwise, this has been the Blackbird's Feather and Katie, and join us next time for more tours. And remember, when checking out of a hotel, always steal the shampoo.